Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to Nature's People. Today, I'm going to talk about a very interesting topic, which is why are black people so smart and intelligent? However, they get really low or little credit for that. So, first and foremost, I've been making videos about black culture and black life in the USA, and I've been being educated by most of my viewers, which is something I really appreciate. I want to thank everybody for it. And I did a lot of research through recommendations that people gave me, and I came to learn about a lot of things. First and foremost, one of the things that was really interesting, and I was really astonished by it, is by that, for example, traffic lights were invented by black people, by a black man. The first CME's surgery. So CME's surgery, for those of you guys who do not know, it is a surgery that is made for Siamese twins. So twins that are born coupled together, and then you have to cut them in two. You have to perform a surgical procedure to separate the malformed twins. And it's really complex because sometimes it involves the digestive system, all these organs that are combined. And the first person or man that performed such surgery was a black surgeon. Following up, simple things like potato chips. I used to take potato chips for granted, and surprisingly, it was a black guy bartender who just performed something and gave it to one of the customers. He loved it. So following up more, those are the things that happened in America. I could dive deeper into the African things that most of you guys do not know. I will follow that up with that, but later on. First and foremost, I want to discuss about black smartness and intelligence and involvement in culture as general. So I was doing this research, and one of the research topics was explaining the reason why black people are so smart. However, it's neglected is because black people have a broad, especially black men, because in terms of performing and activity and work and research and development, women contribute absolutely. Women and men have no difference. However, men seem to have this tendency of being more proactive or more regular in these things, so that's why it brings better results. So I was doing a research about the recruitment process of the NBA. So NBA is the National Basketball Association, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me, guys, if I'm wrong. So it's basketball of the Basketball League of America. And one of the things that one of the person in that documentary that I was researching it said, so it's an expert. He said one of the reasons most black men are recruited to the sports in particular has nothing to do with things such as, for example, muscular fitness or being agile or having a good rate of performance. No, he said the basic and the most indicating factor of recruitment process is actually the way and the ability that the people or the players had of controlling their bodies and using their brains at the most efficient and productive way in the shortest period possible. All right, I'm going to explain this. I'm going to break it down in a brief statement. So, for example, a basketballer, when he sees players, basketball is a very different sport. It's different from swimming or whatnot. What he was explaining there is like in the brain, there are these regions that are responsible for really fast and immediate action as far as a threat or this rapid decision making is concerned. So a basketballer has to be very ingenious. He has to construct ways. He has to make it through the players. He has to find ways of, sort of having something out of the situation and still throwing the ball into the basket. I don't know how do you call it, that ring recycler thing. So it is a very energy demanding process as far as the brain is concerned. Why? Because, for example, if you get pinched in the hand, your hand retrieves. So that's a very fast connectivity between your brain and your nervous system and the skin that gives signals of fast response. And the researcher said something that was really interesting, which is not a fact. He said science has not proven that. However, it seems that certain black people have a fast positive response, or a fast responsiveness as far as good and productive actions are concerned when they are exposed to adversity or threat. And following up with that, now I'm going to talk about inventions that were in Africa by many historians, however were suppressed by most European conquerors. So for those of you guys who do not know the history of drafting and drawing, there's certain speculations that drawing actually came from dye processing in some tribe somewhere in East Africa, the Nilotics. So the Nilotics used to break these components from trees, from the roots of trees, to paint their bodies. And this is very common. If you guys make a research, you can see that certain African tribes, especially in Southern Africa, you talk about there's a tribe in Namibia, you can check it out. They paint themselves with the dye. So they used to take these roots and make the dye to make drawings and to make things. And there was a civilization or an ethnic group in today's day, Ethiopia, which is where the Oromo tribe. So the Oromo tribe had a tendency of traveling all around the world, and they sort of made it through the Middle East, and with them they took art. So art, for those of you guys who don't know, is African. It's from Africa, and so follows things like agriculture, things like weaponry, and many things. But these things are covered up and they're not displayed in live. I don't know why, but I'm not. This video is not really to single out racial groups and say black people are good in this, or white people are good in that, or Asian people are good in that. This is not the target of the video. The target of the video basically is to talk about many proactive things that are common or sort of seen among the black community that is really talked about. I'm really sorry for those of you guys who might have watched my previous videos and were saying that I was spreading hateful comments by talking about my experience in the US as far as white people is concerned. I'm not bringing divisionism or division in my videos. I'm just talking about my personal experience. So all in all, I really thank you guys for being here, for watching, for sharing the videos, liking the videos. The channel is growing. We're now at 70 plus subscribers, and I hope this video will be positive. And I'm making a setup. I hope I will have more productive videos in the future for sure. On a final note, let's embrace ourselves, our differences, and thrive and happiness in life. I think that's the most beautiful thing, and it's worth mentioning. All in all, thank you guys. Share, like, and subscribe, and see you in the next one. I think in the next videos I'm going to talk about the tribes in Africa. Not the tribes in Africa. I'm going to talk about Mansa Musa. I'm going to talk about how Mansa Musa almost took all over the world. Thank you guys. Share, like, and subscribe. Bye for now.